Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this video. Wanted to show you today how to plant small plants without the need for permanent pots or plots. Calling this method pot pulling. Call it whatever you want, but essentially it's going to allow us to put 69 plants in a 3-tier stack that we can easily garden by using a large area spell. So we're going to need some things to do this. First thing, you're going to need 23 small enchanted crock pots. So get these from Charlie, the garden vendor in Crocotopia in the Oasis. Also going to want a small purple rug. This you can get in the bazaar or in Crocotopia from the housing vendor near the Croco Sphinx. Also going to need 2 tatami floor mats. These are Mushu items, the Mushu housing vendor. And also from Mushu, we're going to need a low square table. Okay. All right, these next items are Crown Shop items, but you can buy them for gold. Okay. The first thing is the Avalon platform. We need a flat wooden platform and 2 crate of ice cream. So you just go into the Crown Shop, in case you don't know, and select the item and click the gold option and buy it for gold. Same thing with the platform and the crates. You can get those in the Crown Shop. So no need to source those, farm for anything. The method that I have showed for the medium plants, I was using the crate of vegetables, 6 of them. These are kind of hard to come by, so I've sort of revamped it for both, but I want to show you how to do the small ones first. So let's get started. This is pretty straightforward and pretty simple to do, but I will say that you will need a mouse with a scroll wheel. I don't know if you can get a mouse without a scroll wheel, but I thought I would point that out. And the second thing is a caveat, a warning. In any specific growing area, like this is the exterior of the Ever After Village, do not exceed 207 plants in any combination in this particular area. Okay? You can put 207 inside and 207 outside, but if you go over 207, you're going to run into issues. Okay? All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is sink these plants. Okay, and the way we do that is we take our flat wooden platform, we're going to set it down, we're going to take our mouse, we're going to click it once, highlight it, scroll the mouse wheel back and forth. You'll notice when we scroll the mouse wheel that this cancel icon lights up down here. I'll show you that again. Click, scroll, and there it is. And we're going to use the move button, okay, to pick it up after we've done that, and we're going to sink it about right there so that the little beads along the top of the plants become visible. Scroll the wheel, and we're going to set this down, okay? And once we've set it down, we can pick the whole thing up by using the wood platform piece of it. Okay, so now we need to pull the wood platform away. The way we do that is we take our tatami floor mats and we connect them end to end like this. So you want to grab this back mat or the mat closest to you, or the mat that's not going to go underneath the wood platform. And you want to shove it a little ways under, about like that. And then you want to grab the mat that's closest to the wood platform and move it out. Okay? Grab that same mat and then pick it up. Okay, so now we've sunk these. Now we can go ahead and put in our first tier of seeds. And we're going to use sour fickle pickles. So the best thing to do before you go ahead and try to plant is do a seed test. Just run your seed over each one of these pots to make sure that it'll take them, that it doesn't turn red. Sometimes if you've got these sunk down too far, it will turn red and you won't be able to plant on it. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the first one. And you can do these one by one if you don't have the plant all spell. Certainly feel free to do it that way until you're in Avalon and you can get the plant all spell. Okay, that is our first tier. Now we're going to need to pull these pots. We do it the same way. I'm going to put down our flatwood platform. I'm going to click it, scroll the mouse, pick it up with the move button, and we're going to set it here in the middle. Get it about the same spot where the beads show up, or if it'll set directly like that, that's fine too. Scroll the mouse wheel and pull the pots out from under the plants. Then you're going to want to set this down. Don't right click it. Although when you right click it, it'll take the pots out. When you do this and pick them up to put them back into inventory, they will not go into inventory. They will disappear and you will have to exit the zone or the area and come back out, and then the pots will be repositioned underneath the plants and you'll have to pull them again. It's not a big deal, just warning you if that happens. That's what you need to do. The pots didn't technically disappear. Okay, so tier 2 is pretty straightforward. We're going to use the low table, set that out. We're going to get our flat wooden platform, okay? We're going to use our tatami floor mats end to end. Select the back tatami floor mat, shove it under the flatwood platform. Select the tatami floor mat that's closest to the flatwood platform. And then we're going to set this on top of the table. And then in order to move this entire thing, you want to select the low square table. Okay, move it into place. Now notice that the plants sort of peek through. So you want to try to get your pots as close to the tops of those seedlings as possible. It's not going to line up completely, and that's okay. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, and you're going to do the same configuration. You're going to start off with 2, and then you're going to do 5. And you're going to have to move the apparatus in order to populate all of the pots in the correct places, and I'll show you. So we're doing 2, then 5, then 6. This will be 6. Then back to 5. Then 4. Then 1. And in order to get this last pot, the 6th pot, just pick up the table and move it over. Okay, this is going to be our second tier. We'll move this out and we're going to pick it up from the table and just pick it up. Now we're ready to plant our second tier, and you'll notice it's a little bit off. Doesn't matter. So it's very important before you plant your second tier to do a seed test, just to make sure. Sometimes if you have the pots directly on top, which theoretically is impossible to do, but sometimes it seems that way. You'll get a red seed or a pot that it won't plant in. Just go ahead and pull them off, pull the pots off, and start over. Well, I'm going to go ahead and plant my first plant. It's important that you plant one plant and then use the plant all. Don't point the plant all at the bottom tier that's already been planted. It'll cost you double energy. So I'm going to do a plant all, plant 22, and there's our second tier. Okay, now we need to pull these pots off again. So same thing, we set down our flatwood platform, click it, scroll the mouse, pick it up with the move button, kind of move our character over here, get it center. Pot right there, scroll the wheel, pull the pots, set them down, pick up the entire thing. Okay, so now for the third tier. This is going to be a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to need our flatwood platform, 2 crates, and we're going to need our Avalon platform. Okay, so put down your tatami floor mats. Like so. Now, in this case, you're not going to grab the back one and shove it under. We're going to grab the front mat and we're going to set it on top. And one of these mats is going to hang over. Okay? So we're going to grab that mat that's hanging over and we're going to set it on top of the crate of ice cream. And we're going to grab this front crate, okay? And we're going to stick it on the very end of the Avalon platform. Once you've done that, get this other crate out of the way. We need 2 crates in conjunction in order to lay the mats on there. Okay? So now we're going to bring this over here, and you'll notice that these seeds are sticking up a lot more prevalently than the last batch. So what we're going to do here is the pot stack is going to get reversed. So we're going to start off with 1, and it's going to go dead center. See the little triangle there? It's kind of hard to miss it. So you're going to put 1 there, and then we're going to do 4. And then we're going to do 5. And you can see how these are fitting in between all of these seeds. As a matter of fact, they almost snap into place. It's kind of, gotta wonder if the developers didn't do this on purpose at some point. And then we're going to go to 6. So this is just a reverse of the other 2 tiers. Okay. And if it won't snap down, move your character. Okay. And then we're going to go back down to 5. Okay. We're going to slide this back and over just a bit. And then we're going to put the 2. So this is the reverse. So it's 2, 5, 6, 5, 4, 1. And you can totally see how the seeds interlock with the pots. So this is the exact maximum height to build anything in the game. And it's about, in case you're wondering, it's about the tip of the staff. Let me get rid of this mount. So if you stand up against it, you'll see that the very top of that staff where the leaves are, that's the highest you can actually put anything in the game and build. Anything beyond that, you won't be able to cast a single spell at the ground. You'll have to put a casting point in. A pole, a rug, a garden gnome, something in the center that's elevated in order to spread out the spell itself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and seed test this last portion. Okay. All right. So that is our last tier. We're going to grab this, pick it all up, and we're going to pull those pots out the same way we've been doing it. Set down our flatwood platform, spin it, pick it up, come over and get our wand about dead center, scroll the mouse wheel, pull the pots. Okay, and that's how it's done. That is how it's done. So when we're finished, we just go over and pick up the flatwood platform and everything returns to inventory. But just to illustrate it, I'm going to cast a pest spell, dragonflies, just to show you that I can cast it at the ground and encompass all 69 plants. And oh my god, they disappeared. Sometimes that happens. Give it a minute. There we go. And they came back. And you can see these are protected. The bottom row is protected. The second row is protected. The top row is protected. So any spell that you cast doesn't need an aiming point. And you can walk inside of them. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Give us a like. Check out everything else. Really appreciate it and enjoy.